that she did that, I'll go ahead and say, try to reset your feet, see if you feel okay about this. It says, okay, but I need to run you over.
Oh.
I'm anticipating this side to be a lot easier for her, but it could be the counter of that, and she'll be a lot more stoic and a lot harder. So we'll find out. Much easier on this side. She was able to look at me a lot faster. She didn't have to lock her feet up. She's blinking. Her ears are flicking around. Even that, she's a lot less touchy-feely about when I'm petting on her. She was pretty flinchy on the other side. Again, I don't want her to really run me over. She's welcome to move her feet as long as it's not on top of me. That's really her go-to a lot of times. And it's something that's good to be aware of. You don't, see, like right there, she just was like, oh, you hit me, and then she moved right back on top of me again. Come on, keep going that way. Keep going that way. There you go. I'm going to step on and off again on this side, and then we're going to go back to the other side. There you go. Her head didn't come up that time, so that was a good change. She's not flinchy about any of that, another good deal. It's a lot better if you don't have to use that kissing, just because I can train them into thinking that noises mean something, but if they think that every noise means something, that's usually not what I need to get them kind of cured of. I want her to learn to ignore all the noises first and then deal with, you know, adding a cue to a noise.
I noticed that with Pistol when you were working him.
And that's a personal preference thing. That's just, I mean, no different than English or Western. It's just something I personally prefer. Cues can be really super helpful, especially when you get them to a more finished point, you know, and like maybe you have a new rider on them or something. You want them to know what a certain noise is or what, you know. But also, you know, especially of lately, I've done more showing and everything, and you usually lose points if you make noises when you're showing. See, and I won't even wait for her to necessarily hold her feet still. For one, I don't want her to learn that if she just tries to walk away when I'm getting on, that she won't have to be rode. But for another, it's okay. I mean, you can, if she's insecure, she can move her feet. I've been telling her that this whole time. Can't go back on what I've been saying. And it's not hard. I mean, I can get on. And she can learn to hold still. Notice how much of that was just, okay, I'm just going to keep resetting. So now she's really getting engaged in what we're doing. There, you see that big sigh? Might even get a little licking and chewing if we're really lucky. Start squirming around, petting on her. Don't want to lie, don't want to tell her I'm not up here, because I definitely am. And she can look at me and she can acknowledge me, and it's okay. I'm not here to chew her out, kill her, hurt her. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. I'm going to let her straighten out. You can see me on both eyes. And then I'm going to draw her back. See how she takes that. See how it's a little rigid in there? I'm guessing that your issue is going to be when she switches and sees you on the right eye. I think that's really what I bet you something happened and she looked out of her left eye, and then something happened back on the right eye and she saw you up there and had forgotten. She got, I don't know if you guys could see it where you were at, but she got kind of alert in there. And what happened, my leg's getting tired and it's quivering in the stirrup. And she was like, what are you doing? So she's attentive. She's really trying to be engaged. That's a good deal. I will take an attentive horse over one that's lazy and lethargic and doesn't care any day. There, good girl. I'm going to keep her bent onto this side because if she gets her head straight, she can take off. I'm going to wall her around a lot and pet her on both sides. Let her know that I really, truly am up here. And that she's okay. Life's okay. Step off of her. Doing fantastic.
I think she likes to be talked to.
She's being really responsive just with me being like very animated this whole time. I think they can pick up a lot out of your tone too. I don't like dogs. There. Oh, get out there. Good job.
She's saying, I just want to hug you.
Yeah. Can't you please go in front of me and scratch my forehead?